PF55 part 1. How are protected resources vulnerable? So let's quickly discuss on this. These are the very small session, but yeah, just go through this one so that you have those ideas. Yeah, so protected resources are vulnerable in a number of ways. The first and most obvious being that access token can leak, giving an attacker data about protected resource. So what we have seen in the previous section also. So if by any chance the access token is leaked, then yeah, the attacker can use that to call your APIs to access the resources. So that is definitely one of the way, and this can happen via token hijacking, as we have seen in the previous section, or because the token has weak entropy or an overly wide scope. Another issue related to protected resource is that the endpoints can be vulnerable to cross-site scripting attacks. Indeed, if the resource server choose to support access token as a URI parameter, that is one of the method of using the access token as a URI. In that case, the attacker can force a URI containing the XSS attack, that is cross-site scripting attack, and then use social engineering to trick a victim into following that link. This can be as simple as a blog post, you can say, with a review of the application, inviting people to try it out. When someone clicks on that link, the malicious JavaScript is then executed. Okay, so that's a trick I think attacker is doing. But the main thing is that your token is getting leaked. So that is something important here. And if that is leaked, then yeah, your resources are vulnerable, we can say. Yeah. So we need to just make some precaution there, like prevent something there to stop that leakage of the access token. And what is this cross-site scripting? Is the WASP top 10 number 3, and is by the most prevalent web application security flaw. Malicious scripts are injected into otherwise benign and trusted website to bypass access control such as the same origin policy. And what happens as a result? An attacker might inject a script and modify the web application so suit their own purposes, such as extracting data that will allow the attacker to impersonate an authenticated user, or perhaps to input malicious code for the browsers to execute. Right? As we have seen in a previous section, the same thing is talking here also, right? So yeah, once the user authentication is there, so I'm just trying to, the attacker is basically impersonate that user, and then yeah, just input malicious code for the browsers to execute, so that whatever the attacker is trying to fulfill from the application, it can be fulfilled. So the main important thing here is the access token leakage, right? So if we can stop that, there is no issue to our protected resources. Okay, so this is about this protected resource section, and let's jump to the next. These are a small session, but yeah, just I'll not take much time. Let's cover quickly, and then we can jump to other sections also. If you have anything, yeah, please put in the comment section, we can discuss. And also, as I mentioned in my previous section, that all these PPTs are there in the GitHub repository. So yeah, you can just I'll put these all links in the description when I'm going to post in the YouTube. But yeah, if you want, you can just anytime you can go and just use that GitHub repository. You can get all those PPTs there, right? Okay, so let's jump to the next section. Thank you.